What's going on, Bulls fans? And the Bulls had their season opener today. It was a time that we've all been looking forward to and waiting for to see how the Bulls were going to look to start the opening season. And the results were a bit mixed, but let's get into it. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we're here to talk about the Bulls opener. And listen, the first half of this game, I was fucking biting my nails, right? It was killing me. Like, for some reason, it seemed like the Bulls just couldn't get going. Both teams were playing really good on defense. It was really one of those traditionally ugly Detroit Pistons versus Chicago Bulls games that you expect like historically from the teams. And like it was kind of good in ways, right? Yes, I'm a Bulls fan, right? So first I'm going to say the good, right? And it was good in some ways to see the Bulls be able to like really get into one of those ugly games. Now, they were down by 7 at one point, and then it looked like they were going to go through a run about 7 minutes left in the second quarter. I think they even went up maybe by like 1 point at one point in time, but they ended the first half down by 4. And overall, it just seemed like the Bulls offense just couldn't quite get going at the same rate we saw going in the preseason. The games matter now. We knew things were going to change. Also, this was Patrick Williams' only second game back. He was 2 for 3. He played 28 minutes, but it was something in that first half that it didn't feel like, even though the Pistons went in with the lead, it really felt like, okay, Zach LaVine could take over at any minute, or could the Detroit Pistons go on a really good run, both offensively and defensively, to really take the Bulls out of this game. And for a while, it seemed like that may be what happened. And then Zach LaVine showed his ass. And LaVine's stat line in this game, 35 minutes, 11 for 17, 1 for 5 from the three-point range, which is a bit concerning, 11 from 11 from free throw. That's how, look, Zach LaVine showed in this game, once again, as he showed in the Memphis game, when he gets Zach LaVine can get his buckets at any point in time. That efficiency, again, not from 3 in this game, but overall in this game, he had 4 assists, 7 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 block, 2 turnovers, but that 34 points. Zach LaVine is legit. Zach LaVine is out here and he knows how to win now after playing in the Olympics. And it really did seem like Zach LaVine was trying to see what his team was going to do. And then at some point he just refused to let this team lose this game. He refused to let us lose this game. And that's what you want to see in games like that. He was the best player on the court overall. He came out. Now, yes, the Pistons were missing their first round pick from this year, but overall, this is what you wanted to see from Zach LaVine in a close game and him be able to take it over. DeMar DeRozan, 8 for 17 from this game. He did score 17 points, but for some reason DeMar didn't seem as fluid or it's not the fit concerns, right? I want to make sure that, those fit concerns that a lot of people talked about, that's not what this was. It just seemed like DeMar, I don't really know. It was a weird game for DeMar. Even Vooch started off the game really weird. I mean, he ended up with 15 points and 15 rebounds, but he was only 7 for 21 for shooting. So again, yes, this game was closer than what we would have liked, especially playing the Pistons. But when you really look at like how many of the Bulls shots did not fall, I don't want to say that you don't expect that to happen or it's going to be rare because this is the first game of the season, but you really don't expect them to have shooting like this across the board, like this low. Like I said, LaVine being 1 for 5 from shooting, Vooch being 1 for 4 from three-pointer. DeMar DeRozan was 1 for 1 from three-pointers. So shout out to him there. Even Lonzo, 2 for 6 from three-pointers as well there. So the game overall didn't seem as, like I said, as fluid as what it seemed in the offseason. Lonzo Ball with 12 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 turnovers as well. And you would think you saw enough in this game to see where the Bulls could improve at, but also how if a couple of those shots or a couple of those players hit their shots at a better rate, this game probably wouldn't nearly has been as close as what it was. Even Alex Caruso, who we know is going to be a player on this team, 27 minutes, 1 for 5 and 1 for 3 from three-pointer. He had a plus minus of -11. We don't expect that to be the case night in and night out for Alex Caruso. But let's talk about Ayo. Ayo, who played 11 minutes in this game, 3 for 8. It was plus minus of +7. Even Billy Donovan said he didn't necessarily expect to play Ayo in the way that he did, but Ayo is proven like that he deserves some minutes on this team. Even Javonte Green didn't play as well as what we saw in the preseason as well. Troy Brown Jr. only having 4 minutes. And also Alize Johnson only 12 minutes off the bench. So we played our starters very heavily, and it was a close game. You expect that. But that bench mob mentality and that X factor that we thought that the Bulls bench could be really didn't rear its head very much in this game. You don't expect that to be the case going forward. At least we hope that's not what the story of this season is going to be for these players. So, overall, yes, the Bulls got the win. And that's the important part, is that in games like this last season, the Bulls didn't always get the wins, even if it was against a team that was supposed to be not as good as them. So overall, you do like that the Bulls got out the win, but you just would hope that going forward into the season and the next few games, they get that crispness back and that fluidity back on offense that we saw in the preseason. Jeremy Grant showed his fucking ass in this game, right? Jeremy Grant, who I know some Bulls fans were interested in the Bulls possibly getting Jeremy Grant. In this game, 24 points. He led the Pistons in scoring, which was kind of expected. And he's a versatile player on both offense and defense as well. Overall, like I said, with this game, positive takeaways, Zach LaVine is a goddamn beast. Also, positive and negative is that the Bulls didn't really hit their shots, and you would think that the outlook of this game or the structure of this game looks completely different if they hit their shots at a better rate. Overall, let me know down below, what did this first game from the Bulls, did it solidify any of your concerns as you had going into the season? Do you think like me that, we don't expect them to shoot this badly overall into the season? We hope that this doesn't become the story, but let me know what you think down below as far as the Bulls' first regular season game. Up next, the Bulls have New Orleans coming this Friday in just a couple of days, and so, we hopefully they figure out what's going on and improve some things in that game. Then we know we got Detroit the next day after that on Saturday, so you'll be seeing me on Friday and Saturday with episodes after the games. But thank you guys for supporting as well. Like I like to end every show on, go Bulls. I love you guys. Peace.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.